How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? It's your boy Prince, back at it again with another 10 for 10. We continue to do our tour for tours, and I kept telling y'all I was going to change it up. I was going to give y'all some different outlooks. So we made it to no other than Giving Tree, y'all. We at Giving Tree Gardens. Now, if you know anything about Giving Tree, the best thing about them is they do everything hydroponically. So I know a lot of y'all probably at home like, what the hell is hydroponic? Don't worry, we're going to go over that today. We're going to get to see some cool things, get some details at y'all. And I'm just super excited about this. This actually might be one of my favorite tours yet. The facility is amazing. It smells good in here. So I just can't wait to jump into things. I got a great tour guide. I got some good people who've been in the industry for a long time. And they can't wait to just explain to me how, a small company turned into something like this. So I can't wait. Giving Tree Gardens, 10 for 10. Let's check it out. So, man, my tour guide just made it down, man. You see we changed it to the scrubs. Everything is professional. I'm super glad to be here. If you won't mind, can you introduce yourself to the people back home?
Hi, my name is Jason Jindo. I'm the lead here of cultivation at Giving Tree Gardens.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So that's big time, man. To be the lead of cultivation and an all hydroponic cultivation plant is just nuts to me, man. I've never been able to experience a grow system like that. So I guess the first question I ask you is, what made you get into cultivating? Not just hydro, but just cultivating in general.
It started more as a hobby, just like started, working it out at my house and, wanted to get good bud when it wasn't always available.
Okay.
And it really turned into a hobby. I started doing research, what is the best method to get the most vigorous growth out of your plants? And everything pointed at hydro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So it's a little bit less forgiving and it takes a little bit more skill, but if you can hone it in right, you'll get vigorous growth and better results.
So have you always been a Michigan cultivator or did you come from a different market?
No, always been Michigan. It started as a straight up hobby. So,
okay.
Yeah, it started as a straight up hobby. And as soon as it became legalized here, we had an opportunity in Adrian and they brought us along.
So at that time, when you were like you said, you started as a hobby, when you set a goal for yourself on where you wanted to be, do you think that you already are there or are you looking to continue to grow within this industry?
No, we're kind of where we want to be. We still have some growth in here that, we're kind of waiting to see what the market does before we think about expanding.
Down to the 24%. Let's just start there.
Sure. 24%, yeah.
Man, but no.
I expect to see slow growth off of that as well because you add a 30% tax to anything. Naturally,
a market
tomatoes,
reset,
houses, whatever, it's going to slow it down. So we'll see what that does. All right.
That's the first thing we're going to check out.
I'll walk you through the propagation. So this is generally where everything starts. So in our rooms, every room has about 4,000 gallons of water. That's the equivalent of like a pool.
Wow.
So what we have to do is we have to get that water change out done once a week. And we have to get the water drained in 15 minutes and we have to get the water filled in 15 minutes. So what we'll do here, we'll run our Hans system here. We give a shout out to Hans as well. Okay. They're actually the people that make 5 Hour Energy.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, so he started an initiative, an all green initiative that, he's trying to help out the planet, reduce our footprint.
Okay.
And what these do here is they're monitored by Wi-Fi and they created a system that self-purges its filters. So these last 10 times longer than any other RO system in the market. Okay. Not only that, they're directly connected to Hans. So if there's any problems, they'll come out. We don't even have to call them. They'll fix it, everything. I highly recommend this to any cultivator.
Okay, you heard it first. Shout out to Hans, man. Premium water, man. If you going hydro, or if you just want to cultivate in general, your guy said it's the best in the game.
Yep.
I mean, tell you the truth, I'm already starstruck, bro. We haven't even seen any flower, bro. It's information and just keys of just learning new things. It's just awesome.
Yep, and we're harvesting today, so let's go take a look.
Man, let's go take a look.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, man. It looks so beautiful. And my favorite part is always walking into the rooms, right?
So.
And it smells great.
This right here, we're the first, when we first started this, we were the first people to run this system with permaculture.
Okay.
So this is completely different than most systems that you see. Usually you'll see the individual buckets and they're hard piped in, which is good and it works, but for commercial, you have to have it on benches. You have to be efficient in your room. So we are the first people to throw these systems on benches.
Hell yeah.
And generally the way it works is there's one pump outside, one pH doser, one chiller, and it'll rotate rows. For 30 minutes, it'll stay on this row, it'll pH the water, get the temperature right.
Okay.
And then it'll shut off. It'll start on this row, and so on and so on. It'll just keep going and cycling, which is completely new to the DWC scene.
Wow. So you guys got it running like a true well-oiled machine in here. It's
We
like,
try, we try.
No,
Doesn't always work out like that, but we try.
I've been to many tours, bro.
I don't think anybody else has this system.
Yeah. I've never seen nothing like
in America, because we're
in America, man.
I'm not sure how far current culture's gone, but when we got this system, we were the first people to R&D it.
Walk down there?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'll show you some roots, so that way you can see how the system kind of works.
Man.
If you want. That's generally how they look. It's just sitting inside of a body of water with air stones running.
This is so cool, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, it definitely is different than what I've seen, like most grows that I've gone to. Absolutely.
Because like you said, they individualize it, but you guys kind of compartmentalize it.
Yeah,
well, I feel like that's good if you know exactly what you're doing. Everybody has that niche, right?
That's the thing. I mean, we've been doing it long enough to where, you know, it seems natural to us now. I don't even know how to mess with cocoa anymore.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Wow,
and this is about 8 days in veg.
And
I'm sorry, 8 days in flower.
And I got to shout it out, man, because it's just one of my favorite strains by y'all. I see that Captain Crunch over there, man. We sell a shit ton of Captain Crunch. My favorite.
Man. It's like creamy with a little bit of berry aftertones to it. Always test high, easy plant to grow. I love this.
It kind of gives me like an old school wedding pie, like that real, like you said, creamy, good taste. Yeah, hell yeah. No, I love it.
That's actually a very good comparison.
Oh, no, I smoke weed, bro. I smoke a lot of weed, man.
For sure.
This is dope, bro. This is awesome, man. I know you talked about how difficult it could be, but what is the funnest part about like working with, you know, hydroponic? What makes it like, you know, I come in every day.
I wouldn't describe it as fun. I feel like it is a little bit more work, and like I said, more unforgiving. But once you get it right, I don't think there's a better method of growing.
So the end result.
Yes,
the
end result.
It's so hard that when you get that end, that's what it is. Okay.
I mean, if anything, they grow too fast. I'll take you through a room right now, 3 and 4. We flipped, you know, right about here, which is a little late. These are actually 8 days in flower.
I was going to ask how old all these
Yeah, they're 8 days. So usually we'd like to get them flipped, like looking right around that. We had the plants get to here, and in 14 days veg, they got up to here. We'll take you through it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, this is dope, bro. Thank you.
Thank you. All the rows are connected. The right side's connected to these components here. The left side's connected to those components, like I said. 20 minutes, it'll start chilling the water with this. This pump is constantly moving it. And this is a dissolved oxygen machine, which will infuse oxygen into it, which is negatively charged. So the oxygen stays in the water. When it's positively charged, it generally will leave your water. So as long as there's no aeration or anything going through, this will get your oxygen to 17 parts per million. To put that in perspective, usually with air stones, it's about 7 parts per million.
Man.
So increase oxygen, increase root growth, more vigorous growth.
But I'm not going to lie. It sounds like rocket science to me.
It does.
But you'll be amazed. The people who watch my show are a lot more knowledgeable than I am. A lot of them are cultivators. So to them, you sound probably talking bread and butter, man.
Well, this is probably going to be new to them. Most people run with air stones. This is made for, you know, elderly people that need oxygen generally. And it just generates oxygen. We infuse it right into the line, and that goes right into the water.
Oh, man.
But that's Captain Crunch when finished. This is our permanent marker that we're trying right now. We'll give a shout out to Seed Junkie for the genetics. We appreciate it.
Oh, for real? Seed Junkie?
Yep.
And you can ask her. I'm not going to lie. I say it on camera. Seed Junkie is one of my favorites.
It's mine as well.
I had a crazy Seed Junkie kick when I first got introduced. I went like 2 straight.
Their bubblegum sherb, their permanent marker, magic marker, all that stuff. Very good.
I'm a shots guy, so I like all their shots.
Yeah.
Jello, sour. I love their shots. To me, it's...
And if you want, I can open this up if you want to walk through it.
It's up to you, man.
Yeah, all right. And if you stress the plant out, it'll increase trichome production, which should increase flavor and should increase THC.
Okay.
The plant's naturally defending itself. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll do that on purpose, which is why I usually don't like to get people in here right before harvest. The optimal time is like 7 days before, because that's when we start intentionally stressing the plant.
Yeah, I got it. And to stress the plant, like, are you just simply changing the formula a little bit at that moment?
Dropping the temperature, which is usually at 70 degrees, so we're like freezing the root zones. And generally bringing the room down to cold, like it's usually around 80 degrees. We'll bring it down to 70.
Okay.
The plants don't like it.
Nah, yeah, you scared the shit out of them.
And it kind of mimics that, fall is coming.
Yeah.
So they'll finish up whatever they got to do.
You
know what I mean?
Man, true controlled environment, bro. Yep.
Well, you want to mimic nature as best you can.
And it's so funny, and I don't know if you heard this before, but I know they say like Michigan is like they call us the garage grow state, or like we grow everything in facilities. But me personally, I feel like because you can control the environment,
it's always better.
It's always better. That's
Even
what I was thinking.
If you go to California, and I think they have to mark whether it's indoor or outdoor. Yeah. I mean, they have the best growing environment there, period. They generally get no rain. It's optimal. And I still think it's
I like Michigan,
not great.
Bro.
I mean, there's outside factors you can't control. When you can control everything, and it's hard enough even when you can control everything. Yeah. But when you got to deal with Mother Nature, who knows what's coming, and then,
I like this Grow Glide stuff y'all got, man. This is kind of the coolest.
Michigan based, so
I haven't seen this either, man.
This is actually Pip bought them, which they produce most, so they merged together, and they're based out of Kalamazoo.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're the only ones that could actually make benches that could support this weight, because there's roughly about 1,000 pounds per row.
Wow. Man, y'all, I know I say this a lot, but I'm going to keep saying it. I don't never get bored of coming to these things, man. The work that you see, before it gets to the table is honestly the best part. Being a bud tender, it just makes it so you kind of get lost in the industry sometimes, right? You forget like the hard work that is being put in for me to sell this to somebody. So
just being in the industry, you kind of forget how far we've come.
Man, what?
Yeah. I remember buying like bags of weed with just like seeds and bricks from Mexico.
And it's so funny you say that, because
let me take you guys to the next room.
Hey, for every I say 5 old guys I get, I say 3 of them are just like, bro, this weed is way better than what we used to have.
Oh my God.
But you always get those 2 old guys who swear like they're old school Sour D, would just trump anything.
For reference, we had this pump die.
And
we lost the whole row. So if you guys, so it does happen. It's not like we're flawless over here, but there's certain things you just can't control. Air conditioners failing, pumps failing, DUs failing, stuff like that.
Let me ask you a question. And I actually been wondering this the whole time. With you guys being hydroponic, does that make a difference on which strains you choose to grow?
Absolutely. So some things we do better with, like that permanent marker you just seen. Everybody's telling me don't grow it, it doesn't yield well, doesn't do well, but you've seen it. Yeah. It's doing well in the water system more than it would in cocoa. And vice versa, sometimes we'll bump into strains that cocoa growers will swear up and down that it's the best strain, best yielder, whatever, and it's not optimal in water. I think the water likes the DWC system actually. The plants that do better are the ones that just like getting hit with nutrients all the time. The more finicky plants that don't like getting fed all the time, because we force feed these plants. That's really the difference between cocoa or Grodan or soil or mediums and us. Yeah. Like if you give a plant nutrients in cocoa, it kind of picks and chooses what it wants. Yeah,
it's like a multivitamin.
Exactly, but in water, you're force feeding it. Yeah. So that, that's probably the difference in certain strains, why certain strains do better and certain strains do worse in our systems. But that's just a complete guess on my part.
No, you're fine. Hey, you're one of the connoisseurs here, so I mean, that sounds like a good guess.
Everybody can grow good weed, but drying is also half the battle. Somebody can grow the most fire weed you've ever seen, and in general, if they don't dry it right, it tastes like nothing. Yeah, you know what I mean? So a lot of people will do a quick dry, 7 days. We are 21 days in. We'll do 5 days of a real dry. We'll do about 8 days of a slower dry, and then we'll cure for the rest of the time period.
And is that because of hydroponic, or is it just because that's just your thing?
It's like when we first started, we started drying, and we could generally get it done in like 12 to 14 days, which was okay. It was kind of ready. But at the same time, it was inconsistent. Like one bag would be good. One bag would be, not dried properly when you're smoking it. Sometimes it's white, sometimes it's black. So what we figured is the weed's ready. What we need to do is cure it. So what we're doing is we're curing it on the vine while it's in here, allowing it to completely even out in here. So that way you're getting one bag, it's the same as the next bag. So you just got to be at that cure point to make sure that all the weed comes out even and is the correct moisture level, and one bag is not different from this bag, you know, because you have some plants in here that have bigger nugs, smaller nugs, and they all have to get treated as individuals.
Exactly. And I mean, the more you can get out of it, the more money you're going to make. Let's just be honest.
No, absolutely.
You don't want to lose.
The better it tastes and smokes and everything. I mean, you spend all this time and then you rush it at the dry, I believe is a mistake.
Hell yeah. It kind of is redundant almost. Like, what was the purpose of the whole journey?
Exactly. Yeah. No, exactly. In here, generally, right now we're making Mylars. We hand trim and we put into these bags. We also do make the pre-rolls in here, and that's generally all we do as far as processing. You know, we'll do bulk weight, Mylars, and pre-rolls, which seems to be going well. We're selling out of everything, so.
I love the apes, man. I'm not going to lie. The key word is hand trim.
Yep.
Hand trim, man. And I don't think you understand as a bud tender how much that's asked or requested from me. Like, is this hand trim flower? Like, people are getting more familiar with just how things are processed and what certain things do to certain flowers. People are looking for that, you know, that.
You knock off a lot of trichomes when you're just like machine trimming. So, you know, we try to get it in here, keep the bud pretty,
they're over the rock
appeal, everything. Yeah.
So now that's dope, bro. It just honestly just means y'all care. Because I feel like it's more of a strenuous process, but like you said before, it's worth it in the long run.
Yeah, we got to do anything we can do right now to kind of like differentiate ourselves from everybody else and to get people familiar with us.
Okay. So let me ask you this, man, because I always ask people this, but I didn't ask you. And this is not isolating any strains. I just love to know. So out of the strains that you have, what would be your personal favorite, that you indulge with?
It's probably the Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch, me too. I love it. Yeah. I like that sweet.
I always go back to it, dude. Always, and I'll start getting off of it for a little bit, and then when I smoke it, I'm like, no, this is what I like. So,
and then is there? I don't know if you want to or not, but is there any flavors or something that maybe people could check for in the future or something special?
We got that permanent marker coming up. We are experimenting with a few strains. We haven't brought them to flower yet, so once they do hit, we'll test them out and we'll see how they smoke and how they test.
Be on the lookout, man. Y'all heard it first. Y'all heard it first here.
But this is what I was talking about, the vigorous growth. Like, these were flipped here, which is a little bit higher than what we usually do, but they generally will grow for another 14 days, and then 14 days, these guys get, 21 days really. They got up to that. Yeah.
That's nuts, man. It smells amazing.
It's only week 4 right now.
Huh?
Yeah, week 4.
You say, and can I ask you a quick question, man? I love to ask fun stuff, man. So how long have you been cultivating? Not necessarily with this organization, but how long have you been a cultivator?
20 years.
20 years?
Yeah, I just reported this year.
20 years. So you've been cultivating almost pretty much half your life, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's a love at this point.
I'm actually pushing 22 now that I think
you can see the pain in his eyes.
It's true. With you being a cultivator, and I kind of asked him the same thing, what made you stick to hydroponic? Like, what made you say, this is what I want to do? Even though it's, more strenuous, what, made you say, this is what I want to do?
Everybody likes a challenge. But to be fair, the growth of the strains, you won't see explosive growth like this in any other setup.
Okay.
I've done everything from rock wool, cocoa, organics, live soil,
the hydro is the way to go.
Everything you can think of. And when this system is rocking, you can't be stopped. Literally, you can almost stand here and watch these things grow.
Okay.
Like, I heard that before, and then I got to see it with my own eyes, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
last thing I'm going to ask, I always do the fun one, man. I asked him, just out of all the strains y'all got a bunch of amazing strains. Every strain is amazing. But you personally, man, what would you like to say if you were at home? What would you be indulging in?
Oh, man. A little bit of everything.
He said he's doing everything, whatever he can get his hands on.
But the orange tree.
Ooh, shout out orange tree.
The orange tree is probably up there. And then you can't go wrong with our Cab Junkie. But yeah, orange tree. Some people are citrus people. Some people hate it.
I'm a big citrus guy.
If you like citrus, our orange tree is top notch.
Huh?
Top notch for sure.
Yeah.
But thank you for that.
Burnt orange. Yeah.
No, it's amazing. And then the trikes, it just looks great. So.
Yeah.
But thank you for that, man. Thank you. Hell yeah.
This orange tree is like way ahead of everything. That's why we love it, not only because of the flavor and the terps and all that and the high tester, but I mean, you can see how far ahead it is compared to every other strain we grow here. Yeah. By the time we're done, it'll be donkey dicks. So
it's already, it's
getting there. I mean, for 3 weeks, what are we in? 3 or 4?
Just start a fire, bro.
Yeah.
What?
So, I mean, that's absolutely insane to have that kind of growth in that short period of time.
Hell yeah. It's already budding and everything. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, it's going to donkey dick up pretty soon, so.
Nah, yeah, this is nuts.
These roots are looking.
Oh.
That's kind of how the roots will get towards the end.
Oh, yeah, this is crazy, bro. No, I'm not going to lie.
Jabbing?
All right.
Wow, bro.
It's a pretty big fucking plant early, man.
Yeah, you said, man.
A lot of people harvest look like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
And these seeds aren't even half done
Yeah,
yet.
I can still see like the hairs and shit. That's dope, bro. That definitely opened my eyes to a lot, man.
So, yeah, in here, we usually have to prepare every run we need about 2,300 cuts. Mm-hmm. So this room holds, I believe, 3,000, and we also have another room that we'll put backups in as well. But we have to prepare 3,000 cuts and make sure that they all root in order to get what we want in these rooms. Not only that, but backups just in case anything fails inside the rooms as well.
This is by far the most diverse and cool mother room I've ever seen. Wow. So, and I hope this isn't an ignorant question, but I'm just asking. Say if somebody was like at home and had an at-home grow, could they grow hydroponically?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely.
I know that sounds
It'll
stupid.
look like this though. So this is what, when you tell people DWC, this is what they're used to. So you can see it's hard piped in. Mm. They all run on individual pumps. You would have to have a chiller on every row, pH doser on every row, pump on every row. But now that Current Culture came out with this new system, we only need 2 chillers per room and 2 pumps per room. Okay. And it takes care of all that, and it gets better results.
So unfortunately, this is the outro of our tour, but if you've seen me throughout the whole video, like I was saying, I was completely mind-boggled by this. Every single thing from just the irrigation tanks to us going to the first room, it was just completely different, and it was just something that I could tell that they take their time, they really care, and like he was saying, man, they're a family, man, so it takes a lot to keep something like this going. Shout out to him. Thank you for, letting me see,
I appreciate you guys coming out. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
It was amazing. I mean, like I said, I've had the flower before. We love the flower. Everybody knows the flower is great. If you had a King of Buds near you, make sure you grab any given tree product that we have. But to just see the hard work and what you guys are doing every day to get it to that point, you're killing it, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming behind the scenes. Not a lot of people get to do it, or not a lot of people appreciate it because they don't get to see it. So I appreciate you guys coming out.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man. It means a lot.
All right. Thank you, sir. Nice meeting you.
Hell yeah.